I feel like we've developed a partnership with the Nebraska Community Foundation.
When a community looks toward the future, it's that kind of a partnership that strengthens the community.
We have gained so much training that now the Nebraska Community Foundation is not a foreign word in the Shickley community.
The Community Foundation has been a very important vested partner in Valley County.
They allow us the resources of a much larger foundation.
I think one of the greatest things they do for us is provide us with credibility.
They're helping us try to be more impactful in our grant making.
We can see what it does in our community.
The vision that they have and the vision that they help us to have.
I don't think we could be at the level we're at without them being there to support us, guiding us, encouraging us all along the way.
The Nebraska Community Foundation really believes in partnerships. We partner with community leaders to help them build their place. The only people that can build a place and sustain it are the people that live, work, and sleep there. The Nebraska Community Foundation's there to help. So we figure out what's the best role for us to help community leaders help themselves.
The Community Foundation, in my opinion, has been instrumental in helping communities lift themselves up rather than saving them. And I think also more importantly is instill the belief in us that if we wanted to change the future, it lies in our hands, not some outside external force. If we wanted to take responsibility for our own future and be self-determinant, the Community Foundation helped us get there.
One of the things we've really tried to change through NCF is that the wisdom is in the room. So we've tried to help empower and partner community leaders to have that kind of confidence and to have those skills so they can really manifest that wisdom in the room for the benefit of their people.
They give us confidence because then it becomes not what a group of 7 or 8 people on the fund board want, but how can we invite the community to see this as our way of creating a legacy for the future of our community, similar to the brick and mortar legacy that has been left by the founders of the community. We want to leave a similar one. It will look different, but it will help accomplish the same thing, and that will be a legacy of funding.
The beauty of building endowments is this creates a perpetual stream of income that allows us to have a community center. It allows us to have a swimming pool. It allows us to have terrific programming in our places for things like leadership development, mentoring programs, enhanced curriculum in the K-12 educational system, those sorts of things that really are the difference between whether I choose to live here or not.
We try to give grants to any organization that'll improve the quality of life in town.
The main purpose when we really started working with youth was to try to increase youth retention. I mean, one of the bad things about rural areas is probably our greatest asset we export, and that's our youth. And we're just trying to get them to have a desire to come back. And so several years ago we started a youth foundation focused on philanthropy so they could understand the concept of philanthropy and the benefits of philanthropy, but also on the community.
When I looked at my dream when I was 9 years old, I wanted to come to Lincoln and live. And now I look at that and my involvement in the McCook Community Foundation. I've been able to kind of change my dream to come back to McCook when I'm a physical therapist. That's kind of how my life has changed in the last 4 years of what I wanted to do and what I want to do now.
When I was a senior in high school, I was a recipient of the Imperial Community Foundation Fund's scholarship. Then when I returned to Imperial in 2010, the opportunity presented itself to be a member of the advisory board and committee of the fund, and I accepted.
What excites me most about the fund is the impact that it has had on the younger population. That's what really excites me, because it's so easy to see nowadays that people think only about themselves. But I don't feel that's happening here. I think we have a much broader view. We have generosity in our soul, I guess, and I just see that the kids are doing that as well, and that to me is unbelievable.
We think the transfer of wealth in Nebraska over the next 50 years is some $600 billion. These are staggering sums. I think NCF brings both perspective and expertise to the plan giving conversation.
Plan giving is very important, and I think I have been fortunate enough to work with my former teacher that I had as a young boy when I I met Catherine Wall. I had just moved into McCook. My dad had died, and she connected with me. And so one of the things that she wanted to give to her favorite charities, and so we were able to find a way to set up endowments through the Nebraska Community Foundation, the McCook Fund.
It oftentimes comes back to relationships.
Change happens along the lines of relationships.
If there's one thing they've taught us, it's relationships.
People don't just give money to good projects. People give money to people they know and trust who support good projects.
It's a matter of trust, and in small towns, trust is hard to earn, but the Nebraska Community Foundation has done that.
The training we got from the Nebraska Community Foundation, they give us tools.
And they provide us with expertise.
They've connected us with people that help us multiply, help us leverage our efforts.
They also do the, I'll call it the back office things for us, managing of our funds, things like that.
It just helps to validate it a little bit, I think, when you have someone that knows all the ins and outs.
We're all volunteers, and they take that load off of the local community leaders.
What I have seen with our partnering with the Nebraska Community Foundation is the tremendous amount of support that we get from them.
A win-win situation, and we're so blessed to be a part of that, of the Nebraska Community Foundation's family.
The Nebraska Community Foundation helped us do two things I think that are incredibly important, is help understand an attitude and behavior dictate outcome. And they've also helped us to build a local base of resources that we've been able to leverage for success.
You know, the exciting thing about all this is that success begets success. And so as more people become educated and motivated in this philanthropic process, the more we all celebrate together and really the more successes we have.